let's warm up. Let's warm up a little bit. Pens poison paper. Potent poetry. Pure passion pumping. Pens poison paper. Potent poetry. Pure passion pumping. Ink pens poison the paper with no cure. Matter of fact, peep the data. This is potent poetry, pure. Told him, nah, this ain't no hustle. This is passion-filled art and abnormal love. Black ink is pumping through my heart. So when my blood spills, you might imagine, oil spills. 10 niggas standing there like, damn, that shit is real. Mesmerized to learn that I really bleed black. Reveal my scars on stage. Sometimes the crowd bleeds back. And that's a beautiful thing. I mean, artists need feedback. When I'm hungry for hip-hop, I listen to 3 Stacks. Used to ride around rapping alone to each track. Rhymes are roadmaps for dope boys in these traps, because real direction is what cats in the streets lack. When they call, I respond. Tell them to look beyond. If you want to keep it real, start by raising your sons. No man should play God, but it's cool to raise your son. I guess I'm just tripping because my father never raised his son. Having a dad was my dream that dried up like a raisin in the sun. Childhood deferred, I was referred to spoken word. Any poets feeling that, let me hear you say word. Word to the right is still addicted to the page, addicted to that white, that cocaine flow. They trying to get right tonight. You might catch them in the corner overdosing at open mics. Getting high of haiku, strictly poetry, no prose. We are metaphor junkies. We put similes up the nose, sniffing line after line, producing internal rhyme, nostrils bleeding back ink. So if our blood spills, you might imagine oil spills. 10 niggas standing there like, damn, that shit is real. Mesmerized to learn that we really bleed black, reveal our scars on stage. Sometimes the crowd bleeds back. Y'all feeling good? Y'all good? First of all, 12 years, 12 years. Shout out, y'all give it up to Luis Marrero and the full VIP Voices Empowered team. 12 years is hard to come by. Y'all should go Google the average lifespan of open mic. We'll talk about it later. All right. Dang. All right. So I've been practicing my whole set. I had my whole set set. And then I came in, I talked to a poet today, and I was like, damn, I got to change my second poem. Just something he said. I think a really big thing in poetry is to feel the room, feel the energy, and whatever's right in the moment, you got to listen to that. This is a poem called Death versus Destiny. On Kanye's first album, The College Dropout, the old Kanye, whatever. He said he had a song that went, drug dealing just to get by, stack your money till it gets sky high. We wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Jokes on us. All right. Being an adult is a weird concept once you actually become one. I never thought that I would see it. A day when I was truly thinking about marriage, family, kids, a home of my own, responsibilities of a man that I couldn't anticipate just a few years ago. As a teenager, I didn't expect to live a day past 22. Them TV screens and statistics had me believing that I would become one, a statistic. So many brothers I knew that 21st birthdays, they missed it. So even though moms was telling me I was gifted, I thought my life would get uplifted before I ever had a chance to make sure my people were uplifted by my lines. These days, feeling like I'm living on borrowed time. Years of my life I never expected, therefore years of my life I never planned for. Furthermore, I look at other races and how they seem to be ahead because they were always promised these years that we as young black boys never planned to see. I noticed how the murder rate never messed up their self-esteem. Some of us were planning for prison while you plan to get a degree. If life is a movie, we thought we'd be the deleted scenes. See, What I mean is, if a brother doesn't plan to be here tomorrow, that same brother ain't gonna be prepared for tomorrow. So when tomorrow becomes today, today just may seem hollow. But for others in America, they ain't gotta worry about life ending any day or what statistics say, or if he say something on the track where they take his life away. I was 12 when Tupac died. He never saw 25. Biggie never saw 25. The most influential things that look like me on the TV screen always died. El Haj, Malik El Shabazz, Malcolm X murdered while speaking to his people on stage. So I'm noticing every crowd movement. I don't read nothing off the page. Promise to take myself out the spotlight if I live to see 35. Extra precaution. Malcolm died at 39. My heroes never held their grandbabies, so what can I tell you about passing along wealth to a generation I'd never get to see? Even Peace got his jaw shot off on a balcony in Tennessee. Sean Bell, Oscar Grant, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Corin Gaines, Sandra Bland, that's just further proof. You can't tell me this ain't the last time I'll spit this poem. I don't see death around the corner. I don't see death around the corner, but some brothers get blindsided. The conflict between reality and what just might happen has us divided. So the question becomes, would you rather be Bun or would you rather be Chad? To lose your own life or lose the closest partner you ever had? My best friend Walter got killed my first semester in college. While I was chalking outlines for future papers, his future got outlined in chalk over some paper. Fuck extra credit. My nigga just got shortchanged. Look at my tears in his blood. Look at his life in the grave. His mother opened up the newspaper, saw his 18-year-old life on the page, so forgive me. Forgive me if death be feeling like my destiny some days. It's kind of hard to explain how I be feeling some days. Death be feeling like my destiny some days. It's kind of hard to explain how the retirement plans didn't matter till I realized. Hard to explain how the 401ks didn't matter till I realized I might actually live to see 30. Woo, hold on. Death be feeling like my destiny some days. It's kind of hard to explain how the 401ks only be a semi-concern of mine. Hard to explain how the retirement plans didn't matter till I realized I might actually see 65. Jokes on us, we actually made it past 25. 30th birthday right around the corner. I feel like I'm supposed to be out of here, man. This feels like overtime. Out here scuffling, feeling like, yo, somebody lied. Adulthood, feeling strange sometimes. I find myself trying to plan for a family when honestly, I hadn't planned on being alive. Some of us were caught off guard by our true destinies because we hadn't planned on being alive. Feeling blessed, yet feeling unprepared, all at the same time. Jokes on us, we made it past 25. All right, this is my last piece. So in the early 90s, sometimes, I don't know, don't quote me on the year. In the early 90s, Common put out the song called I Used to Love Her. All right. Yeah. What'd you say? Word. All right, so he put out I Used to Love Her, right? Pop quiz. So what's the response that comes years later, right? Erykah Badu puts out Love of My Life, right? These are both songs personifying hip-hop. I'm a big hip-hop fan, a huge fan of hip-hop. And a lot of times, sometimes when you're around poets, we like to shit on rappers. That's our favorite shit to do. You know what I mean? It's a good way of us not holding ourselves accountable. This is a poem called I Still Love Her. I don't have OCD. Hold on one second. All right. That's it. All right. Tell hip-hop I still love her. Tell her one day we as poets will realize that bashing that genre won't result in success for this one. We need videographers, we need venue owners, we need innovators in this poetry game. Instead of swerving into hip-hop, drive steady in your own lane. We be at open mic venues acting like all we listen to is Nas, Kendrick, or Badu. Acting like we ain't never had a drink to a Cardi track or two. Acting like our playlists are full of Mariba or Nina Simone, searching frantically for criticism anytime a Drake song comes on. And that's funny, because with all that complaining we do, at the end of the day, poets listen to rap too. Some poets can spit City Girls lyrics better than Miami DJs. Slam Champs got Young Boy on replay. Quick to rap along with Wayne tracks, no delay. Dame still trying to throw Rockefeller signs on the freeway. So I won't front. Won't act like I don't have my favorite Nicki Minaj lyrics. Won't act like I only listen to conscious rappers. The music coming through my subwoofers is diverse as we are, from Janelle Monáe to Victoria Monet, from George Clinton to Lucille Clifton, and a lot of poets don't even know who she is. Like hip-hop, the original purpose of the game was to keep it real, and there ain't nothing real about criticizing Gucci Mane just to prove your mic skills. I mean, if poetry is all love and peace and praying to the east, then we embrace all of our brothers and sisters, even those who come from the streets, and really, there ain't no difference between rappers and poets. I know we wouldn't mind the large homes and the jewelry. The only difference between us and them is that they get paid for their insecurities. So for us, it's like Andre said, it's step your game up time. Put your money where your mouth is. Invest in your lines. Invest in your rhymes. I mean, when was the last time you spent your last dime on a studio session? When was the last time your show money put food on your family's table or paid your mom's medical bills? When was the last time you hustled your way out your hood? Half of us won't even save 10% of our paychecks to put towards these messages that will supposedly heal the world. So how can we criticize rappers who flip drug money into successful careers when we won't even flip legal money to advance our own poetry careers? A lot of us won't even leave our own cities to perform, not even pushing our own art. We just sit around talking about what hip-hop's not instead of what poetry is. We sit around complaining about albums by rappers that we don't know, yet we don't support the endeavors of the poets we do know. A lot of times, we don't support the messages coming out of our own genre. So, if it ain't no Portia O on your playlist, no Lady Breon on your playlist, if it ain't no Black Chakra in your search history, if it ain't no Sonia Sanchez on your bookshelf, then, stop complaining. Stop complaining about rap music and start supporting your own genre, uplifting your own culture. Stop complaining about the glass of dirty water and simply show the clean glass, because society doesn't need you to restate what's going on in the current state of hip-hop. We need you to state what's going on in your current state, your community, your city, your world. What solutions do you offer? What are the positives of your lifestyle? We need you to fill that void you keep reminding us of. We need you to be the solution to the problem you continue to present. Poets, remember your purpose. Be the action, not just the reaction. Advance this genre without bashing another. And if you run into hip-hop, tell her, I still love her. Or thank you. Thank y'all for listening. I'm out of here. We'll talk later.